That means all the wrestlers that were into promotion in 2000. Well, we're going to be doing something new on the channel. I don't think I'm going to be doing games for a while. I wanted to see if this will help. It doesn't seem like games are helping at all. I'm not getting much views, and it's kind of irritating, especially when I'm trying my best with my channel. And I apologize for not really uploading much. I had a big weekend with my girlfriend, so yeah. So today we're gonna be doing this tier list thing. Some of these wrestlers I don't know. I haven't watched. I mean I watched 2000, but I don't know a lot of wrestlers back then, and frankly I don't know wrestlers nowadays. I do somewhat follow it, but I don't watch it like heavily. I'm gonna add a row. Don't know. If you guys want me to do any other tier lists, I'll try my best. All right. Somebody's out in the living room or kitchen. I don't know, but I don't give a shit. It's kind of irritating when I'm trying to make a video and people are out there when usually in their fucking rooms. So don't know. I don't know who Chaz is. Chris Benoit. He was a good technical wrestler. I gotta give him that. I'm gonna put him in D, mainly because of what happened in his life, which I'm not gonna say on the channel, just in case I get demonetized. But he did a terrible thing, and he might be a good technical wrestler. That doesn't mean shit to me. He deserves to be in D tier. I don't care if anybody on the comments disagree with me on that one, but Chris Jericho, S tier all the way. Even nowadays, he's in AEW nowadays. Um, I think he might be coming back. I don't know. So I guess we'll come back to that when the time comes. Again, I don't know if this is going to be a wrestling channel. I think this is going to be a regular tier list and a movie channel, as in like I might actually review movies on the channel too. So that'd be cool. But Chris Jericho deserves to be an S. He's like an all-time great. If anybody disagrees with me, you're wrong. Yeah, he held two championships at once a long time ago. Yeah, sure that he was treated like a lapdog when he did hold the championships, but he's still one of the greats. I gotta give him props on this. Christian B tier. I don't know who's vacuuming. Hold on. So Christian's a good wrestler, and he's still wrestling nowadays in AEW, and he's a good heel. It's just that WWE never really utilized him that well. They more utilized him as a tag team with Christian. I mean, Edge. Sorry, and yeah, he was still a good wrestler. I gotta give him props. I can't. I gotta go fast. That's why I'm going kind of fast on these guys. Don't know who that is. Actually, I kind of do. I kind of know the name. I think he looks different nowadays, though. I think he works for TNA. I don't know exactly, so I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna leave him. Don't know for now. China, an A. I heard some negative things about her in the past. Not the corn thing, but the Chris Jericho situation when she blamed Chris Jericho for hurting her, even though Chris Jericho. I don't believe Chris Jericho would ever hurt somebody, and he's never really hurt or injured somebody I've heard of, except for China. So, I mean, China was a great wrestler, so that's why I'm putting her in A. But she was also a whiner. So, I don't know. So, she deserved to be an A. Crash Holly. Don't really know him that well. I know he died a few years back. I'll put him in C. I know he was in a tag team, or he was with Hardcore Holly. So he deserves to be at least C. I mean, he wasn't. He held the. I think he held the Hardcore Championship, if I'm not mistaken. D'Lo Brown. Don't really know him as a wrestler. Somewhat. I mean, I've seen him here and there in images and stuff like that. Uh, I'd say probably a C tier. That's as much as I can say about him. Devon Dudley. I like the Dudley boys, so I put them both in A. If it weren't for them and Edge and Christian, we wouldn't have the TLC matches that we have today. I mean, they're fucking great. Him and Devon, Dudley, Bubba Ray Dudley were great. D. Malenko, good technical wrestler. I put him in B. That's all I can say about him. Al Snow, I know that he came out with a head because of what he did. I guess he hurts a hurt wrestler, so Vince McMahon kind of made him use a gimmick thing where he got a head over. He deserves to be in probably B because he's still around today. Oh, shit, what the fuck? He's still around today, so he deserves to be in B tier. Not wrestling, but like as a coach and stuff like that. Deborah, which is Stone Cold Steve Austin's ex-wife. D. All she did was stand around with Stone Cold, or she was in a small angle, I think. She deserves a D tier. Not a big one. Mr. Tom Pritchard? Tom Pritchard. I heard Tom Pritchard. Only heard, though. For now, don't know. Eddie Guerrero, S tier. He deserves to be an S tier. He did a great job when he was alive. Yeah, he passed away a long time ago. Back in 2005 or 6, I think. Or sooner. I don't know how long ago it was. How long ago was it? I don't remember. It was a while back. Let's just say that. So he deserves to be an S tier in that one. Edge, S tier. I forgot, can I do like back in like 2000? Probably a lot of these wrestlers wouldn't be an S tier except for Eddie Guerrero. But if we're doing nowadays too, these two deserve to be an S tier. I don't know if I do another tier list like of 2001 to all the way up to 2025, and a lot of these wrestlers don't change. I don't know if I'm gonna put these wrestlers back in the S tier for a while. I think I might go already done S tier, and new wrestlers in S, A, B. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's kind of hard because a lot of these wrestlers will come every year. So we'll see. But Edge deserves to be an S tier if you're doing it nowadays because he got his back hurt, injured, and didn't come back for a while. And now he's in AEW. So he deserves to be an S tier. He's one of the greats. Don't know who that is. Isa Royos. I think I say Royos. I don't. No, I'm good. I think I heard about him, but that's it. Farouk. APA, A tier. He deserves to be an A tier. And I like it when he says, damn! Always. So, yeah, him and Bradshaw, Lakefield deserve to be in either B or A. We'll come out to him when we see him. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words for some reason. I don't fucking know why. The Fabulous Moolah. I heard some shit about her. D tier. If I didn't hear the shit about her, of all the shit that she did back in the day, she'd probably be in B tier. because she was kind of a part of the women's movement, but she did some bad shit to people, so she deserves to be in D. Uh, Funuki? No, I don't know who that is. Gangrel, D tier. He was terrible. I'm sorry, and especially with the what's it called again? The promo that he did. He's just not good. I never liked him. Um, that's all I got to say about that. The Godfather. Uh, he had some hoes. That's all I know. And then he turned into the Good Father. C tier. That's all I got to say about him. Albert. D tier. Never really liked the gimmick. And not only that, I never really liked his Tensai gimmick later on. He's a good guy out backstage, I heard. Like, he's a really good coach. But that's all. The guy behind Albert gimmick. Grandmaster Sexay, which he passed away a few years back. And not only that, his father is Jerry the King Lawler. He was part of was it Too Cool? I can't remember the group. I put him. It's kind of a hard one. It's kind of a hard one to put. I either put him in D or C. He's just a gimmick wrestler. I'm sorry. He was a good guy. Well, not good guy. He did drugs and went to prison. But when people can change their lives, though. I mean, that's too bad that somebody didn't try helping him. Hardcore Holly, A tier. He was one of the best out there for hardcore shit. And I heard he was kind of mean backstage, but what can you do? Harvey Wilperman, don't know who that is. I heard of him, but that's basically it. Howard Finkel, one of the best. I'll ever do it. He deserves to be an S tier. Was announcer for years, and he had passed, I think, a few years back. But yeah, he was a great announcer for years. Ivory, she was a part of Right to Censor, right? And she was also a champion for a little bit. C tier. How about that? She's a below. She was more than mid Carter. How about this? How about B tier? She was more than mid Carter because she did hold the championship for a little bit. I would say this is probably mid tier right here, but back then the female wrestlers didn't have much to shine. Back then, the women's championship wasn't that big of a deal back then. I'm sorry, it wasn't until a few years back. Then it started to be a big deal. Jacqueline, same thing, B tier. Both of them were really good wrestlers in their own time, especially Jacqueline and Ivory. Both. Jeff Hardy, S tier. He has issues still. I think he might be okay nowadays, but we don't know yet. This incarnation right now, or back then, was great with the matches that they had, the TLC matches and all that shit. They were pioneers, along with Edge and Christian. Jerry the King Lawler, A tier. I never really was a big fan of Jerry the King Lawler. Actually, you can consider this. Yeah, this is mid tier. I never really considered Jerry the King Lawler or thought of Jerry the King Lawler as a big fucking guy. He always was the guy that was announcing the matches to me, and he's always the guy that checked out the women and said all kinds of fucking things about them. But he does deserve to be an A tier. I do miss him sometimes. Not all the time, He was kind of like a but he deserves to be an A tier. Jim Cornette. It's kind of like shit nowadays. Speaks his mind. D tier. I'm sorry. People might like him, but yeah. Jim Ross. S tier. Not only did Jim Ross do the what is it called again? Not only did Jim Ross do the announcing for announce table, the table, announcer's desk, but he also helped bring in talent. So, and he's still working nowadays in AEW. So he deserves to be an S tier. Big Boss Man, B tier. He never was any higher or lower to me. Yeah. Sorry. Joey Abs, never really watched him wrestle. Nathan Coachman, D tier. Never liked Coachman. K Quick. All right. Now, you know who K Quick is nowadays? R-Truth. R-Truth is still around, and he still looks the same age than what he did back then. He deserves to be an S tier to me. Sure, the WWE wants to make him a mid-carder. They have all of his life, all of his WWE career. But to me, he's one of the best wrestlers and one of the best talkers. And he's funny. So he deserves to be an S tier to me. Kane, A tier. Kane has never been any higher or lower to me. He's always been like, not mid-carder, but not quite a top talent. He did hold the championship multiple times. I can give him that. And he has fought The Undertaker. So he deserves to be an A tier to me. I liked him in all different stages, except for the newer stage that they brought him in as the corporate Kane, which is fucking stupid. But yeah, it deserves to be an A tier to me. The Cat, never heard of her. Kevin Kelly. Again, I apologize to people who are like, what the fuck? You never heard of this person or that person? I probably have, but like only in passing. Kevin Kelly, same thing. I think I've heard about him, but that's basically it. Kurt Angle. Plus, I want to do some wrestlers, not... I know that he's not a wrestler, but he's still one of the greats. Kurt Angle. S tier. He deserves to be an S tier. He was a great technical wrestler. Nowadays, he can't wrestle anymore. His back, and not only that, he has no muscles anymore because he lost. I can't remember the name of it, what he has. But yeah, he deserves to be an S tier for all the shit he has done in his life and career. Lillian Garcia. She was a great announcer, but not to the point where I'm like, oh my god, she was like the greatest. But she deserves to be in B tier. Linda McMahon. All she did was be with Vince McMahon in some promo. Oh, not promos, like some, I don't know, some segments. So, probably C tier. Lita, S tier, all the way. Thank you, Lita. She was one of the greats also. She was pioneer for her and Trish Stratus were pioneers. Big Show. Nowadays, he'd still wrestles. I'll put him in A tier because of all the swaps they did to him. Like they swapped him to be a bad guy, then a good guy, then they swapped back and forth. But he did do a lot in WWE when he was still there. He was there for years. So I gotta give him the props that he deserves. An A tier deserves. Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy goes an S tier. I didn't like him for a long time. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like Matt Hardy for a long time, but then I realized that both of them did a lot of shit. Matt and Jeff deserve to be an S tier. I already explained what I thought last time when I spoke about Jeff Hardy. So Michael Cole. Let's see here. I didn't like Michael Cole back in 2010. I'm not gonna lie, but he has done a lot of shit in his day. He's been there since 1998, I think, and he's still there today. And he almost left this year or last year. So I gotta give him some props. He's been there for years. Michael Cole, S tier. I wouldn't have put him back in 2010 on S tier. I would have put him in D tier. I did not like him at all, but he deserves to be in S tier nowadays to me. He's not a bad guy. He's not a jerk. He's not a dick, and he's done his work in the company. Michael Hayes, I heard he's backstage helping people still, some wrestlers, at A tier. I heard he was a really good promoter. I heard he's really good backstage. I heard that he helps a lot of wrestlers. He deserves to be in that. Molly Holly. I like Molly Holly, so I'll put her on B tier. She doesn't deserve to be in A tier, but I do like Molly Holly a lot. She's still in WWE games nowadays, which is Ivory and Molly Holly, but not Jacqueline, which is not in WWE games nowadays, and I'm pissed off because of that, because I think that female wrestlers should be more prevalent in these games. I can see Deborah not being in them, but, Ivory and Molly Holly are. And so isn't China, and so isn't Lita. Well, Lita somewhat not really. Sometimes she's in games, but Vincent Man. Now, I know all the shit that he has done, like recently, not recently, I'll say that's probably way back, that they happened. But the controversy that's surrounding him right now doesn't affect my tier list. Well, kind of does, but kind of doesn't. Like, if that controversy didn't come out, he'd be an S tier. But he did end up making the WWE, and he did end up, he continued off of his father. But if it wasn't for Vince McMahon taking it out of the territories and branching it out, then we probably wouldn't have the WWE nowadays that we have. So he's a pioneer for what he did. So I got to give him props on that. So I'll give him... It's a hard one because people are going to get all pissed off at me. I'll give him a B tier. He doesn't deserve an A tier or an S tier anymore, like he would, because of his controversies. So he deserves a B tier, but he is a pioneer of what he fucking did. Paul Bearer, he used to help The Undertaker all the time. See, I never really cared for his voice or the way he was. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Perry Saturn, did he have a head? Was it him that had the head? I'm confused. He had a mop. That's right. That's what it was. C tier. Big Gas. Don't really know. Raven. I liked his gimmick. He was more of a hardcore guy a lot. B tier. Don't really know. Billy Gunn. I'm an ass man. He was part of G Generation X. I put him in B tier. Rikishi. His sons are what are they? The Usos. I should know that. I don't know why I'm spacing on names. Rikishi. Oh, he had an ass move, and he how about B tier? He deserves to be B tier. Road Dogg, B tier. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. The Rock, one of the all-time greatest wrestlers, talkers, and he wrestled so many fucking people that were like The Rock. I'm not Rock, like John Cena, CM Punk, Uh, the Undertaker, I think he might have wrestled. Uh, I know he wrestled Hulk Hogan. So, and he wrestled so many fucking great people, and he's still doing it. If you didn't see the clips of him really, really, like, not really that jacked nowadays, S tier. He deserves to be an S tier. I don't like him as much as I used to as a actor, but for what he did back then, he's kind of shit now when he came back like a year ago, helping John Cena, and then not coming back after. But he's still one of the greats, so I gotta put him in S tier. Don't know. Sky Too Hottie. What did I put? Where did I put? Alright, Grandmaster Sexy. He deserves to be in a higher C. I like him more. Sky Too Hottie, I liked a little bit more. Sorry, Grandmaster Sexy, but I don't really care. Sergeant Slaughter, A tier. He was a wrestler, and he was also a commissioner of WWE. So, I mean, he had multiple hats. He deserves to be an A tier. Shit, I heard. Shane McMahon, I'll put him in B tier. But he came back kind of recently. He got fired because he put himself over a lot. And he's kind of a shit person. I'm sorry, I used to like him. Not anymore. Stephanie McMahon, A tier. I didn't really like her voice back then. It was like fucking grating on your ears. But nowadays, she's great. So, A tier it is. Steve Blackman, A tier. Not quite S tier, but he's an A tier to me. He's fucking hardcore. In real life and in WWE, both back then. Bradshaw, I heard he's a shit person, so D tier. That's all I gotta say about him. That's all I want to say about him, because I heard he was a shit person. Okay. Steven Richardson, don't know him. Stone Cold Steve Austin. He deserves to be an S tier. I'm sorry. He deserves to be an S tier. No, why should I apologize? I don't need to fucking apologize. Everybody knows that Stone Cold Steve Austin deserves to be an S tier. And then he got dropped on his neck by Owen Hart, and he still, resents that. But what can you do? That Owen Hart died. He can't apologize for what he didn't. He's dead. But back when he still could wrestle, and back a few years ago when he won against Kevin Owens, he deserves to be an S tier, and he's one of my all-time favorite wrestlers of all time. I don't know this person that well. Taz, D tier wrestler. He's technical, yes, but he didn't want to wrestle after a while, so he stopped. Terry. I think I've heard of her, but that's basically it. I'm going to say don't know. Test, he died more than a few years ago. He took steroids a lot. WWE treated him like shit. B tier. He deserves to be a B tier. Tex, I don't know what the fuck that is. Thrasher, he's a part of a tag team. I know you can play as them in the game, so I'll put him in C tier. Don't know who that is. I'm not going to bother pronouncing that. Tony Chimble. I know somewhat of him, but nah, I'm good. Brooklyn Brawler. Don't know his technical abilities, so I don't know. Terry. I think I've heard of her, but that's basically it. Triple H. Alright, he deserves to be an S tier. And look what he is now. He is still a part of the company after, I say, probably 1990, 97 or 8 is when he came to WWE, and he's still in the company. He took a few breaks here and there, but he's always been there. And if you didn't see him in front of the cameras, he was backstage learning. So nowadays, still there. Sure, he lies nowadays, but he's still there. So I gotta give him that. Trish Stratus, S tier. At first, she would be probably in D tier, but she did a lot for the company. She improved. She became champion. She was one of the pioneers, just like Lita. So I give her that. Val Venus, you had like a corn gimmick. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I'm not going to say the actual word. B tier. Actually, no, he deserves to be in C tier. William Regal, A tier. He's an A tier guy. If you hear his stories nowadays of all the shit he went through, but he deserves to be an A tier. He's a good technical wrestler. X-Pac, C tier. Nothing against him, but he deserves to be in C tier. But Ray Dudley, where did I put the other Dudley? Why didn't I put them in S tier? They deserve to be in S tier. Why was I thinking they deserve to be in a lower tier? The fuck did I put him? Devon. Where's Devon at? Right there. Okay, they deserve to be in a higher tier. They deserve to be in S tier. Both of them. Again, they were my fucking pioneers, just like the Hardys. And Edge and Christian. But Christian, I think I put him lower, didn't I? I did. You know what? He deserves to be in S tier too. Only because of the tag team. That's all. And he's still wrestling nowadays, so I gotta give him that. Bull. No. I'm good. Mick Foley. Another S tier character. Back then, they had a shit ton of S tier people because Mick Foley, what he did in the ring back then, I don't think anybody could do nowadays. Or if they did, they'd probably fucking die. He put his body through a lot of shit. If you don't, I'm not going to explain everything that he did. So if you want, look up videos of what he did if you don't know. And he's done so much fucking shit, especially the match with the Undertaker. Shawn Michaels, S tier. He was one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, I think. But he's not my favorite wrestler of all time, or one of my favorites. He deserves to be an S there, though. But not when he was like a dickhead. But that was back in the 90s. Viscera, D tier. I heard he was a shit wrestler. I heard that he would hurt people. So yeah, he deserves to be in D tier. Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund. He held the championship for a long ass time. B tier. I never really liked him. I'm sorry. I just never did. Undertaker. He has to be an S tier. Undertaker has done so much and put his body through a lot of shit and had to wrestle fucking people that hurt him, especially a few years ago. And I love all the personas that he did. I like the biker persona. A lot of people don't like it. I do. But yeah, this is my tier list. I'm sorry I had to go a little faster than usual. Actually, you guys don't even know because I really don't do tier lists on this. But I will be doing more tier lists on this channel. But I hope you guys like this ranking. I went a little bit fast, like I said, but needed to happen. And if If you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, that'll be great. This has been Resident Lynx. I'm going to catch you guys on the next tier list, or maybe I'll do a movie review. I have no clue yet. I'm sorry that I haven't made a video recently. Again, I've been busy with work. I did overtime. I have more shit to do other than my channel. I don't know what to say, guys. Maybe I can find a job that I can do during the day. That way, at night, I can probably do more videos for you guys. But here's the thing: is I work overnights, and sometimes I work overtime. And those 3 days I just had off, I had my girlfriend. I was with my girlfriend, and I'm sorry. That's all I can say. I try my best, I really do, with all my shit I do. But thank you guys for joining me. Catch you guys in the next one.